What's going on YouTube? Today we're talking about Google's brand new best kept secret. This is the Google Pixel 5a, and at $449, I'd like to argue that this is one of the best values in a mid-range phone right now. It even has some flagship-like experiences that cannot be found on any other device, no matter what price point it is, and I'll talk to you about that in just a little bit. But let's talk Google Pixel 5a, and I'm going to let you know why this phone should not be overlooked if you're in the market for a brand new phone. A lot of things that Google has enhanced with this brand new 5a series phone. Number one, you get this massive 6.34 inch 1080p 60Hz panel on the front, which gets really bright in direct sunlight. I've never had any problems reading anything on the screen while I'm out and about. It's vibrant, it's colorful, and I think they do a really nice job giving us a very pleasurable experience. So whether you're just watching YouTube on the go, or whether you're playing games, or whether you're doing anything that involves looking at this screen, which basically is everything, you're going to have a pleasurable experience. You're going to enjoy whatever you're viewing. So that's a huge improvement this year on the Google Pixel 5a. Another huge improvement is they've increased the battery size, and it's a 4,680 milliamp hour battery pack in here, which I've almost pushed to 2 days, and most people are going to get about a day and a half, which is something that even flagship phones cannot match at this moment. So I think Google did a great job increasing the battery size in the Google Pixel 5a, and they've also increased the overall durability. This is now a metal framed phone with a nice matte plastic resin on the back here, so it definitely feels nice in the hand. It feels sturdy, it doesn't creak, it doesn't feel cheap like previous A-series devices might have felt cheap in the hand. This is just a very well built phone, and it's similar to how they build the Pixel 5. It does have that metal chassis once again. You have this fingerprint scanner on the back, which is fast, works about 99.9% of the time, but you're buying a Pixel phone for this combo duo on the back, and that's a 12 megapixel and 16 megapixel shooter. I'll show you some samples in a little bit, but that just makes this Pixel 5a series punch way above its weight class. You're not going to find the mid-range phone, and you might not even find the flagship phone that can match Pixel's magic when it comes to their Google camera. And they also do have a nice little color pop on the power button, which I think is fun, and it has some ridges on it. And for those of you that still rock some wired cans, the 3.5mm jack is still here. For charging, 18 watts USB-C, no wireless charging on this 5a series. And you also have the 765G processor, 6 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage, and an IP67 rating, making this a very durable mid-range device. When it comes to performance of the 5a, this again is a very enjoyable experience. It doesn't really lag, it doesn't really stutter. Again, it's using the 765G processor, which from time to time you can get it to miss a step if you're really trying to get it to do so. If you really have a lot open and you're really doing this and you're doing that. There's been a couple times where I did get it to miss a step, but that's really 1 out of 10 times that I've tried. It's a very capable processor. It's a very battery-friendly processor. And it's also a processor that if you're just using a phone what it's intended to be used for, going on the gram, trolling the web, looking at your Google feed on the left, or just making phone calls and texts, you're really not going to notice any difference between this and a flagship device rocking the 888 processor. If you're the most intensive power user out there, yes, you're going to notice a difference, but for the everyday person, the average Joe, the 765G processor does a really nice job, and I can't knock Google for using this once again. It's a tried and true processor that sips battery, that gives you a very nice experience as well. And again, at $449, I think this is the best value in a mobile phone right now. If you're looking for a phone that just works, if you're looking for some Pixel goodness, if you're looking for a phone that's just going to be able to keep up with you no matter what you're doing, this is the phone for you, and you'll have a few dollars left over to buy some accessories. But the number one thing that makes a Pixel phone one of the best phones to pick up right now, and if you ask anybody that has one of these devices why they chose the Google Pixel line, 9 times out of 10 they're going to tell you it's for the camera, and the camera system just cannot be beat. And yes, they are using some old sensors that have been around for a little while, but they constantly fine-tune their algorithms, they constantly fine-tune that software. That's just going to give you a great shot each and every time, no matter whether you're at night, no matter whether you're doing portrait mode or whether you're doing any type of shooting. The Google Pixel camera is definitely the way to go. And it's one of those cameras, again, at $449, you're not going to find a better camera system than what's on the Pixel 5a, even if you try and go for a more expensive phone. But I have to tell you, there are some overheating issues with the Google Pixel 5a phone. Now, I personally haven't noticed it, but I don't really take a lot of video. People are reporting if you take a lot of 4K 60 video, it does overheat and does not play nice. Google's looking into it, but I just want to mention that by the time you watch this video, I'm sure there'll be a patch for it. But in terms of photography, the shots coming from the Pixel 5a make this $449 device punch way above the $1,000 price point of some phones. You get some awesome shots, and that's definitely 100% true with the 5A series. Might be a mid-ranger in terms of price, but in terms of quality, in terms of features, this is definitely a flagship device. At $449, you're getting an awesome experience that you really are not going to get from any other type of device, and that's what I really like about Pixel phones. Another thing that I like about the Pixel 5a here is the battery life. Now again, it's a massive 4,680 milliamp hour battery, and I'm getting about a day and 18 hours. That's well over a day and a half, and that's my screen on time, 4 hours and 19 minutes. So again, I think you're getting a 2-day type of phone with the Pixel 5a, depending on what you do. Now for you heavier users, for you more advanced users that play a lot of games and do a lot of this and do a lot of that, I can almost guarantee you're going to get at least a day. I've never gotten less than a day on the 5A, and that's something that I can really boast about because some flagship devices can't even make it through the entire day without having you plug them in. So the 5A series definitely is a champ. Another feature that I really like on Google Pixel phones, now you can turn these features off if you don't want them on, but you have this Now Playing history that's going to keep a running tally of all the songs that you've heard around you. And I think that's great when you're out and about and you hear a great song. Don't be that person that holds your phone up to the speaker trying to Shazam it. Google's Now Playing is just going to listen to it in the background, let you know on your lock screen what it is, and you can always go back to the day and kind of figure out which song you heard at what time. Then you can quickly open it up to YouTube Music, you can share it, etc., etc. So again, that's just the Pixel magic, the Pixel goodness that I really like in each and every Pixel phone, and thankfully, that's also in the Pixel 5a here. Another feature that I really like about Google Pixel phones is the spam and call screen options. Basically, it's going to screen unknown or linked spam numbers with the Google Assistant. If it is a scammer, it's going to disconnect them. If it's a spammer, it's going to disconnect them. And if it's a first-time caller that states why they're calling, it's going to let that number come through. But this just means that your phone is not going to ring and you're not going to be annoyed when those callers come through and tell you about your call warranty. They're just going to be blocked. And this is a feature, again, that's a flagship feature in a mid-range type of device. So it's just the little things when it comes to Pixel series phones. It's just those added software benefits that come with each and every Pixel phone, including the Pixel 5a at this lower price point. So again, there's a lot of features that I really like about Google's Pixel phones, and those are just a few, but there's a lot more built into them. Once you get this phone, tell me what your favorite feature is down in the comments below. But one of the best features that I like about Google Pixel phones is the fast updates and the pixel drops. So when Android 12 releases, you're going to be one of the first on the block to get it. You're going to get 3 years of guaranteed software updates. And when have you heard of a phone at this price point giving you guaranteed fast and free updates? Well, the Pixel 5a is going to give you that for 3 years. And also you're going to get some pixel drops, which increase the features of the Google Pixel line. So from time to time, you'll get some new features, some enhanced features, and that's just something that I really enjoy. I like seeing that little update notification because you do get them quite often. Another thing that I like about Google's Pixel phones is just the software is very easy to navigate through. If this is your first phone or your 100th phone, you're going to be able to navigate through and you're going to be able to find out what you need to find out. So for those of you switching over from other operating systems, I think the Pixel series gives you a very smooth transition from one device to another. It's just a device that you can pick up, and it's just a device that's going to work each and every time. But let me know what you think about the Pixel 5a down in the comments below. For me, this is an absolute win. And this is a reason why I've kind of put my Pixel 5 aside and I've just been using the 5a. I like the screen, I like the battery life, I like everything about the 5 series bigger brother. If you're looking for an awesome experience that's not going to break the bank, if you're looking for flagship type experiences, such as the camera, such as the software, such as the updates, but you don't want to pay flagship pricing, this is the phone to get. I'm really happy with it. With a 1.5 to 2 day battery, I don't have to charge it all that often. With a screen that's great for multimedia watching, I'm having a lot of fun while I'm on the train and out and about. But let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. Really appreciate you watching. Thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you guys next time.